This is egusi soup. In this video, I'll share with you how to cook egusi soup. As this video continues, I would also share with you the ingredients to cook egusi soup with. Here I have an onion and I'll proceed to peel off the skin of the onion first before I continue with other things that I'll be doing with the onion. Now, when it comes to cooking egusi soup, there are different methods or different ways to cook egusi soup. There's egusi soup with ugu leaf, there's egusi pepper soup, there's egusi soup with spinach. You can also cook egusi stew. Also, don't be surprised, but then there's egusi and ogbono soup, and then there's egusi and okra soup. You know, when I shared the video of egusi and okra soup on other social media platforms, many people were very surprised. But yes, there's egusi and okra soup. Now that I'm done with peeling off the skin of the onions, it's time to cut the onions into small sizes. I just like to cut my onions this way, but if you are not very familiar with the use of your knife, I would suggest you cut the onion into half and then you place it on your cutting board and cut as you like. It's that safer and better. Now, after cutting the onions, I'll proceed to pour my blended egusi powder into the onions. Remember I told you that this recipe will utilize a different cooking method for egusi soup. Now it's time to add some water, and the next thing I will do is to mix the egusi powder with the onions properly until I get a thick, clumpy texture. As this video continues, I'd like to say, if you're new on this channel, welcome to this channel. I really do appreciate your visit and I hope you like what you see, and I also hope that you would like to explore this channel for more Nigerian food cooking videos, because I have all of that here for you. And if you're interested in Nigerian dishes and how to prepare them, of course you're in the right place. So once again, welcome. If you're an ardent viewer or follower of my channel, I can't love you less because you support me always. So thank you very much for once again viewing this video or watching this video. Now you would notice that the egusi and the onion is already forming a clumpy texture, as you can see here. Yes, this is what you want. There is also the mortar method, but let's finish this method first. Now here is my empty pot and I'll proceed to pour water into my empty pot. After I add the water, the next thing I will do will be to add the proteins for this egusi recipe. Here is already cooked cow foot. Here is already cooked tripe. I'd also be adding some fried fishes. And then the next thing I would do would be to mix well, just to ensure that everything sits properly in the water. And then I'll proceed to cover and allow this boil. Once it starts boiling, it's time for the next step. For the next step, I'll open my pot and then I'll get the egusi that I mixed earlier. I'll now start to put the egusi in little lumps into the boiling mixture. Yes. Now you're wondering, okay, is this a new method for cooking egusi? Actually, there's several egusi soup recipes, but it seems a particular cooking procedure method is more common than the others, and that I think the most common egusi cooking procedure is cooking egusi by frying. Well, that is not a bad idea, to be very honest with you. And I need to say that if you're going to use this egusi recipe, you have to be very sure of the palm oil that you will be using to cook this egusi recipe, because the palm oil matters a lot. Now, after putting in the egusi, I'll cover and then I'll allow to cook for about 4 to 5 minutes. After 4 to 5 minutes, I'll simply stir everything up together and ensure that everything is properly mixed. Now, remember I added fish head. So at this point, I'll be removing the fish head. The reason for adding the fish head was because I just wanted to soften the fish head a little bit so I can eat it much later. My apologies. I don't throw away my fish head. I just like to munch on it whenever I'm bored. So I'll be removing the fish head much later. And what I'm adding is the stock I got from cooking the cow food. I'd also add some crayfish powder, and then I'll proceed to add peppers, because yes, Yorubas will say emiti ojata emi yekpereni. Now it's time to mix very well, but before I mix very well, like I said earlier, I'll be removing the fish head. You would notice that the fish head is already crumbling in the soup. particularly, I need to say that if you are cooking for yourself and maybe your children, please remove the fish head. If not, it would crumble in the soup and you'd have a bony soup, which is not safe for kids. So ensure you remove the fish head before you mix everything properly. Now, if you've watched this video to this point, I'd like to say thank you for staying with me to this point. And don't forget to like this video, leave your comment, share this video, and subscribe to this channel. Now, if you'd like a little bit of an introduction of this channel, on this channel I post amazing Nigerian cooking videos that you will like. So if you're interested in watching Nigerian dishes and how to prepare them, yes, you're welcome to the right place. This is my palm oil, and remember I said for this recipe you have to be sure of the source of your palm oil. This is because if your palm oil is not authentic palm oil, it may end up how do I say this? If your palm oil is not authentic palm oil, if it's adulterated, it may end up distorting the taste of your egusi soup. Now, after mixing and cooking for about 5 minutes, this is what my egusi soup looks like. It looks already cooked, yeah, but I'm still going to allow it to cook for a few more minutes, and then you will see the difference between how it is now and how it will be then when I finish cooking. So don't forget to continue watching this video to the end to see the actual finished product or actual proper egusi soup that I cooked at the end. I'm simply mixing very well, and then of course I'll cover again and I'll allow this to cook for another 5 minutes, but this time on medium to low heat. See, let me say this. You've watched this video to this point and I really do appreciate you. It's really nice to know that you you take some of your time to watch my videos. I mean, this video is about 7 minutes long already, and here you are still watching. Thank you very much. Now, after 5 extra minutes on medium heat, take a look at what my egusi soup looks like. Yes, this is what it looks like. You would notice that it looks more colorful and it looks more properly cooked than it was earlier. Now, if you're wondering on how to eat egusi soup, there are several ways to eat egusi soup, but I think one of the most popular is egusi soup and fufu. But that's not all. You can eat egusi soup and eba, egusi soup and pounded yam, egusi soup and amala, egusi soup and lafun. Okay, let me ask you, have you ever tasted egusi soup with semo? You see, all of these meals I'm listing, I have their videos on how to make them on this same channel. Let me serve this soup so you can see, you can feed your eyes, and maybe consider cooking egusi soup today or whenever you have the time or you're free. Take a look at how delicious this egusi soup is. Okay, now at this point, remember what I will always say. I would always say good food should be enjoyed always, because I believe that no matter how much you work, there should be a point, there should be a space for you to spend your money and enjoy good food. Cook good food, eat good food. You know, what is life without good food? I like good food, and I hope you like good food. That's why you're here watching my videos. Now, take a look at this egusi soup. It's very simple, it's straightforward, it's easy, you know, and it's very delicious. We've come to the end of this video, and thank you so much for watching this video to the end. I really do appreciate you. Bye.